So about a year ago, I did this wainscoting here in this little entryway. It's a sort of 3-frame, 3-panel design. And what they've decided to do is try to reproduce it on this dining room wall right here. However, this time, we're not going to put the plywood backer behind it. It's going to look probably just like the other side, but it's going to be a little bit cheaper. Also, it's 12:16 right now after lunch, and they want me to get it done by 5 o'clock. So, complete wainscoting from scratch in less than 5 hours and film the whole thing for you. Let's get started. It's going to have to be about 140 inches. Let's see what we got in the way of materials. He said he picked up everything we need. Yeah, these are 12 footers. So the top rail butts into the stiles on the end, but the stiles in the middle, maybe they're called muntins, I can't remember, they butt into the top and bottom rails. The length of this top rail needs to be the length of this wall minus 2 of these stiles here. Get this exact measurement. I'm going to get my laser measure. 11, 7 3/4. I had to take time to move the car, get out the miter saw, the table saw, and my tool chest over there. This 7 1/4 piece will be the bottom rail, and these 5 1/2 pieces will be the stiles. Then over here I got my picture frame. I don't know what this profile is called exactly. This would be the toe molding, but it looks like he got quarter round instead of toe molding. So the measurement is 139 3/4. That's how wide we have to go on this wainscoting. Actually, if you look it up, the pronunciation is wainscoting, like a short U, but I call it wainscoting, and most of the people I know around here call it wainscoting. Some people call it wainscoting. Anyway, we're going to call it wainscoting. 139 3/4 minus 5 1/2 and 5 1/2, which would be minus 11. Oh! And into the refrigerator. Guess I'll have to go the other way. And this cuts just to the right of the laser, so... Go ahead and lay this out. I'm going to actually lay this out bottom side up. Now we'll do the top rail. And... out of the way. This face down. Now we need to go get the height of our rails. 23 1/4. Now I better use a stop block, or we'll use the stop that's built into this. 23 1/4. Support / stop in until we got it where we want it. Need to go about a 1/16 past that laser, so that should be about right. Yeah, perfect. So we need to cut 2 of these so that we can make 3 boxes or 3 frames. If you remember, the ends are going to run all the way through, so they'll be a different length. Now, while we got this stop set up, we're actually going to cut part of the trim, part of the inner frame, the picture frame, because something I just saw on Insider Carpentry, the pivot point right here on the angles is exactly the same length as on the square cut. So if we use this stop for our miters, our mitered picture frame pieces will be exactly the same size as these, which will make them fit perfectly. And we don't have to measure everything, so this can go really quickly. We need 6 mitered picture frame pieces. So we'll start by cutting a 45. And we'll move all the way to our stop. So you can see that's butted up against the stop. Now let's change our miter's direction. Now let's see if this actually worked. Here's our mitered piece. That's flush. Right there. Then this should be flush. Perfect. So let's go ahead and knock out 5 more of these. So those are the 6 sides of the picture frames. Working on 114 right now. Let's see how we're looking. Roughly. Now to get the measurement of my end stiles, just need to measure this. We have 36 inches exactly. Square up my ends. The 36 inches. Go. Set up the saw and stop for the cut. And we'll cut it. Let's see if we can even these up. Diagonals, make sure we're square. 44. Perfect. So now I gotta determine exactly where my center stiles are gonna go. Muntins, stiles, whatever they are. Dad worked it out on paper and we got this. So you take the total length of the whole frame, which is 139.75, and you subtract the total width of all of our stiles, which that's 5.5 times 4, which gives you 117.75. Then you divide that by 3, since we need 3 even boxes, and that gives you 39.25 is the width of each box. 39.25, 39.25, 39.25. So we're going to cut a witness stick 39.25 and stick it between each of those just to make sure they're exactly the same, and then we'll use that to cut the picture frame that's going on the top and bottom of each box. Perfect. Let's see if this fits. Just a hair.
Oh, perfect, perfect.
Now we can use this to cut the top and the bottom of all the picture frames. Now we'll go ahead and put the frame together with some pocket hole screws. There's a witness mark. You feel that that's nice and flush. Hopefully the front side is just as flush. Put the screw in. And I'm actually going to run the screw backward to kind of start the hole. Now I'll run it forward. Because sometimes if you run it forward immediately, it'll pull these out of alignment. One will go up and one will go down. I saw that on Perkins Builder Brothers. And it keeps it nice and flush. So reverse. Make sure it's flush. Drill it in a little bit. Go forward. Perfect. And move on. Single pieces. Alright, now we'll just cap this with a 1.5 piece on top and shoe at the bottom.
And we found out that works perfect.
1.5 exactly. So we're going to go ahead and cut a 45 here for a scarf joint, since we don't have a long enough piece to run the whole length of the wainscoting. And I need to chamfer this edge, so we'll probably have to cut that to fit in there. Perfect.
Yeah.
Measure the leftovers. Say a hair less than 69. We caulk the end if we have to. There. Well, I forgot the bits to my router, so we're gonna have to try out this new plane. Oh, that's beautiful. Ah, perfect. All right, it's 4:30. Can we get the toe molding on before 5? Gonna switch to some really short brads. Now for the bottom. All right, this is the home stretch, 447. Just finished up, and your watch is synchronized with the atomic world clock? Is that what you said?
Yes, it is.
My iPhone says 449, 449 on his watch. So, got it done before 5 o'clock. There's what we were mimicking, which obviously you can't see it very well with that there, but you get the idea. And that's what it looks like over here in the dining area.